is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 12 of the Moviegoers Live Show. And this is going to be kind of an interesting episode because my guest, actually, which I'll bring up in a minute, pitched me this idea. And we'll get into it when I introduce him back in. And he's another returning guest. This is the second returning guest I've had for this show. And I'm very, very, very excited to bring him back. He's one of my best friends on this medium. We love talking movies, of course. So please help me welcome back to the channel, Mr. Jacob Hubbard.
Hello,
what is up, Jacob?
every person out there in the world watching right now. I'm so glad everyone's here to watch us talk. What's up, Luke?
It's great to have you back, man.
I'm just glad to be back. It's awesome. How's your day going, Luke?
Been going good, actually. It's been pretty busy for me because I had to go out to Iowa for my cousin's confirmation. Like he was just getting confirmed and all that. So, and we stayed down at their house for a little bit, and then came back, had to go to a couple of grab parties, got groceries, had some pizza, and now I'm here.
What kind of pizza? From what restaurant?
It's not. I didn't get any. I just got it from I got it like from Hy-Vee, the grocery store. Those like little.
All right.
I got those like little flatbread pizzas.
Nothing wrong with that. It sounds like you have a really enjoyable Sunday, you would say.
Yeah, it was a good Sunday for sure, man. How was your Sunday?
So right now in the Hubbard household, we have a bunch of construction going on. And so basically beyond my room, down my hall is like a bunch of dust and a bunch of walls and a bunch of windows. A lot of stuff's being constructed in this house. Nothing in my room, thank God. But so when that happened, I decided to go to the movies today. And if anyone saw my review earlier of The Wrath of Becky, then you know how my day's gone. My best friend said, "Oh, it's a sequel," and he left because he had seen the first one. But I went to the movies, reviewed a movie, and I came home, and now I'm here.
It sounded like a good time, though, because you really liked the movie.
It's a weird one. Have you actually seen the first movie, Becky? You seen it?
I've heard about it. I know Kevin James is in it.
Yep, that's literally in my review. I said, if anyone's heard of the first movie, it's because of Kevin James. And in this one, it's got Sean William Scott as the bad guy. I recommend it, Luke. I would definitely, for the movies that I've seen you like before, I would definitely throw out Becky and The Wrath of Becky.
Those definitely seem up my alley, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still waiting on one movie to go cheaper for streaming so that way I can watch it, because I know it's for sure, as a big action fan, that it'll be so up my alley, because I know you didn't like it, but I really want to watch it because I've heard nothing but good things. That's Sisu.
I knew it was coming. Oh, that's like the hot take of the year on my channel. Because and what's funny is I walked into the theater and the people who weren't with me, just in the theater watching it with me, everyone was loving that movie, man. Every review I've seen, everyone loves it. I am literally solo. I'm the only one that was like, eh. So you're gonna like it, Luke. Don't worry, because everyone else is except for me. So you're gonna enjoy it.
Don't worry. I mean, I kind of had some hot takes this year anyway, so I really don't see the big problem with it. Because I mean, I know a lot of people liked Murder Mystery 2. I didn't like it whatsoever. I freaking hated that movie.
Is that the Adam Sandler one?
Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, the sequel to the 2019 film Murder Mystery.
I saw the first one, but I watched the first 20 minutes of the second one, and I was like, all right, I get it, and I kind of moved on.
Good thing you gave up, man. It wasn't even worth your time.
It really wasn't.
And also the remake of White Men Can't Jump. That film was terrible. Like, a lot of people really seemed to like that movie, and I was like, why? No.
Okay. Compared to the original, no, it's nowhere near the original. But for its own 21st century comedy, I got a few chuckles. My dad really enjoyed it. My dad's a basketball fan, so I mean, he liked it.
Yeah, but I kind of knew I was in trouble, though, because I realized it was from the same director as the House Party remake from earlier this year.
I saw that too. I'll give him credit. He did better in this movie than he did in House Party, because in this movie there was cool basketball stuff and everything. There was actually a bigger cast. Even though House Party had like a bunch of people, House Party was trash. My God.
Look, I'll give it credit like this. I liked it. I'll give it. It was a little bit better than House Party, but I still did not like it whatsoever.
Let me ask you this: did you think Jack Harlow did a good job, or do you think he was trash?
He tried his best, honestly.
Okay.
I'll give him credit for that. He tried his best, and I want to see him do better movies down the line, like because I think he does have talent, like as an actor.
Yeah,
I think he would do good in movie roles, and I don't listen to a lot of his music, but from the song "They Don't Love It," I actually thought was really good. So, so yeah, I think he does have potential as an actor, but it's just I want to see him in something that's not like a remake to a '90s classic or something like that. I don't want to see any more of that from Jack Harlow.
You want to see him take on a whole type of original character.
Yes.
Got it.
Like I want to see like either just an original character or maybe or be something like in a horror movie or something like that. I think he would do good as an actor in a horror movie.
I say, I definitely known him for his music. I'm not like the biggest fan, but like I definitely know his music. And so for me watching the movie, I would say compared to like a bunch of musicians trying to be actors, we've seen some horrible people do it, horrible acting from it. For his ability, I'll give him credit. He did the part well enough. He gave me a few chuckles, but you know, it's a movie that no one really talked about, so I didn't review it even. I watched it with my mom and dad, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to watch it and not even have to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry to anybody that enjoys that White Man Can't Jump remake, but it was not for me.
I do recommend the original, though. I'll say that. That original's freaking great.
Watch seriously, just watch the original, please. Way more worth your time. Same thing with House Party. Watch the original.
I watched the original. I did not see the original before the new one, but I went back and watched it because I was like, I want to see what the original was like. Way better. It was stupid, but way better.
The original is hilarious. Like
it's got some stupid funny moments. I will give it that.
I wouldn't do that so quick, because your ass is mine. Rest in peace, Robin Harris.
Oh.
But oh yeah, another movie that came out last year that was also like a sequel or anything like that to the original. Just watch the original, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, please. Just watch the original.
Dude, watch any of the sequels, honestly. That last one that came out, my God.
Or hell, even watch the 2003 one. Like those are more worth your time.
That movie gets a hate, and I don't hate it. I'm saying I don't hate the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I kind of love that version, to be honest with you. Like,
I kind of really enjoy it. I'm with you. It's no 1974.
Yeah, it's 1974.
Yeah, it's no that, but I thought it was fine.
I thought it was, dude. Leatherface was like big and buff and such a badass in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
What more can you ask for?
I mean, he literally cuts off somebody's face, and you get to see it. Like, you literally see him
cutting off a face.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and speaking of remakes, where you should just watch the original, Children of the Corn.
Oh, God, dude.
I did. Yes, Jacob. I pulled the trigger. I watched the Children of the Corn. I freaking hated it.
Oh, my God, dude. What, like, whew. What was it? Number 11? I forget. It's just, wow.
Yeah, and for that to be the 11th in the franchise and be that bad, whoa. Yeah, but it's far from. I mean, I wouldn't quite say it's far, but it's not the worst thing I've seen all year long. But it's still terrible. I mean, I can name 3 worse movies. Like I can name 3 movies that are honestly worse than Children of the Corn, in my opinion.
I think I know one of those. Actually, you know what? I think I might know
all 3 of them.
I definitely know one. Like me, you both know which one is one, but
which is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah, I mean that's obvious. There's guys, we're in May. I'm going to say it. For the love of God, nothing's gonna beat that. I mean, that is the definition of number one worst of the year.
Yeah. So what's your guesses for number 3 and number 2?
Let me think. Okay.
And I know you review both of these movies.
Okay, cool. Okay. So I'm gonna go on a limb. I don't believe you. So, okay, you're saying these 3 are worse than what movie we just said again?
Then Children of the Corn, and we already
Children of
said
the
one of
Corn?
them.
Okay, so Winnie the Pooh, obviously. I don't think you would think House Party is worse than that. I don't think
No,
so.
not even close. I mean,
Okay.
I
All
would
right.
like House Party is like 2% like above um Children of the Corn. Like in regards to
Okay.
my scores on Letterboxd, because I do percentage scores. It's like 2% above. But my number 3 goes down 10%.
Okay. I think I know one. I think I'm gonna go with Fear.
That's number 2,
Got it. Yep. That movie was dog
that's
shit.
down by that's by 13%.
That movie god awful trash. Like, that's
Yeah.
trash.
Like, dude, as soon as like, dude, when you told me in the review before I even watched the movie that I had both the actual title of the movie in the opening credits, and then what the original title was supposed to be at the end of the movie, I was like, what did they do? What did they just do?
I laughed so hard in the movie theater. I was like, "Oh God, did they forget?" I know you're number 3.
I rolled my eyes.
I know you're number 3.
What is that?
And before I say number 3, all I'm gonna say is I like it a little more now, but I still see why you don't like it. Your number 3 is Skinamarink.
Yes. And
Yep.
every time, I mean, I don't. My thoughts are still the same every time I think about it, but at the same time, it's like I really don't want to give it another watch because I'm gonna get bored again. But there's a part of me that wants to give it another chance, but at the same time, I don't, honestly, because I mean, look, you see the difference right here. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey does not deserve anybody's money, but with Skinamarink, I love the fact that Kyle Edward Ball is getting success and actually giving him like a career path, like to make better horror movies in the future. Do you see the difference?
I'll say this, because I know it's coming out on physical media at the end of June. It's like a $12 Shudder movie, which usually they are cheap. Are you going to buy it?
We'll see. It's not a guarantee if I will, but I might. Like, it's depending. It depends if I'm in the mood for it or not. If I want to give it another shot, like I did this. Well, I kind of did the same thing with Strange World. I didn't really like it the first time, but I have it because I want to give it another shot. Like instead of just
I'll
like
give that movie another shot. I just don't want to spend $35 on it.
Well, thankfully, I only just have the Blu-ray. So.
Well, okay, sorry. I want to spend $27. I don't know how your Best Buy works, because usually, because the Blu-rays are like 27 brand new, and then they're like $3 more for a 4K, which usually I just get 4K because movies look better in 4K.
What? The nearest Best Buy I have is like an hour away.
Yeah, but
I got my copy of Strange World at Walmart, so. And that's usually where I get most of my physical media to begin with. So. But then again, it depends if I go out of town for the day. Then I probably will take a stop at Best Buy.
Dude,
So,
Best Buy, they are on it. When new releases come out, they are on it. I'm like, thank you, God, because my Walmart, they're trash. Target's done even showing off movies anymore. So.
Yeah, I know, but at least when I went to Walmart last Tuesday, May 23rd, they like. It was during my mom's lunch break, and so I obviously had to be quick. I walked in, got to the movie section. They were just putting out the new releases for Creed 3 and Shazam: Fury of the Gods, which were the ones I was going to pick up anyway. So, thankfully, I was able to get my hands on those.
I also bought those movies. Yeah, I did. Yeah,
did you buy Operation Fortune?
No, that's one of those movies where one day I'm going to see it for like $11, then I'll buy it.
I bought it.
It's all right. I actually like it more than that one.
I can agree, but honestly, I just watched Operation Fortune recently. They're kind of on equal footing for me, like, because I really enjoyed The Covenant, and I really liked Operation Fortune because I'm a big Guy Ritchie fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's hit these comments because we've almost gotten almost 20 minutes in without even hitting the comments yet. You guys are saying a lot.
Let's see the peoples.
View with Drew. Dude, he's always here. What is up, Drew? Thank you for always being here, man.
What's up, Drew?
Jared Runner, again, another big name for the channel. What is up, my brother? Zach, my brother.
The best thumbnail from Little Mermaid out of all of us.
I would agree.
100%.
Yes. Movies and Train Studios, my second watch-along co-host. What is up, buddy? Lance Jackson's in here. What's up, Lance? Says, hey, Luke and Jacob, just at home eating some pizza. What a coincidence. I just had some pizza tonight, too. Later, I'm going to watch some of my favorite episodes of Friends. Nice.
I just said in my recent review for one Mad at Me or whatever movie. Yeah, I just reviewed that one, and I said in that episode, that's very true. I've never seen one episode of Friends.
Yep. And what a coincidence. Zach is also watching Friends right now, too.
Sorry, Zach. I know he's been mad.
Let's see, how's everyone's day been going? It has been going really good, man. Thank you for asking, Jared.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lance, for noticing. Yep, I got a Mario shirt.
Where'd you hang up the Mario clock?
What?
Where did you hang up your Mario clock?
I haven't hung it up yet.
Okay.
I'm still, because when I was trying to hang it up at one point, like the nail would not go in. Like the nail would not go into the wall, so it was like, I give up. But I'll get it hung up someday. So, but I don't know if you know this, but I also did get a poster for the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's literally on the front of my bedroom door. Like if you walked upstairs like right now, you would like, and you see my door closed. That is one of the things you'll be seeing on the front of my door.
Nice.
So, avid Mario fan right here. Gravy X Train, what is up, man? Thank you for being here. Says, funny that you brought up Texas Chainsaw Massacre because Gun Interactive invited me to a tech test of the new game, and I loved it. Nice. Very nice.
I'm seeing a bunch of videos of people playing the beta or whatever it is right now. I was like, it looks like the Friday the 13th game, just Chainsaw style.
All right. Some early reviews came up for Transformers Rise of the Beasts on the internet. How are they so far?
I've heard good things. I almost had a chance to see it, but I didn't want to drive 2 hours.
Still not very excited about it.
I'm not jumping up and down for it, but if anything like Bumblebee, then I'm hoping to enjoy it.
I don't know. I'm just not a big Transformers guy. I mean, like, I love the original Transformers. Like, I love that movie.
The 90s version?
No, the first one, the Michael Bay one.
Oh, 2007. Okay.
2007. I love that movie. I really like Dark of the Moon. I think that one's actually pretty underrated. And Bumblebee is really good too. I hate, and I mean hate, Revenge of the Fallen, Age of Extinction, and even The Last Night. I hate those movies.
Which one was the 2 hours and 50-minute one? Which one was that?
Age of Extinction.
That one was God. I remember seeing that shit in IMAX, and it was sickening because I was like, guys, we can wrap this movie up.
My brother saw that in theaters, and a good thing I actually was a big wuss to skip out on it. And that was actually when my old theater was still around. And so yeah, because my brother went out with one of his friends at one point when the movie came out, and I was like, nope, I'm not going. And what do you know? Like, at first I liked it, but then years later I was like, oh, ew, this is ew. Like, no. Michael Bay, get your crap together, please. Well, actually, I think I can kind of take that back now because I think he actually made his best film in years with Ambulance.
Yeah, dang, I
If I'm being
forgot
honest,
about
that was his best movie in a long time.
That was all right. That was pretty good. Yeah, what's funny is I remember 10 years ago I loved underrated movie Pain and Gain. Like that movie I really enjoyed.
It's very stupid.
Hello, cat. My cat just meowed at me.
Honestly, Pain and Gain is very, very stupid.
It's very stupid. So stupid, but I enjoy it.
But honestly, his most underrated movie and my favorite of his, The Island.
The Island. Yep, I own that too. That's a good movie.
That's this is my favorite Michael Bay movie. I know it's kind of a hot take, but I love The Island.
I would say
it's an interesting concept, and they don't waste it.
I would say Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, I mean, I would like my top 3 would be like from 3 to 1 would be Bad Boys, The Rock, and then The Island. Like I love the original Bad Boys.
I like the second one just a little more.
Who's excited for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Me.
So I'm hoping to see it early on Tuesday, I think, or Monday. I don't even know. No, it's not Monday. Tomorrow's Memorial Day. I think Tuesday. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm planning. I might go Thursday, but again, it depends on my theater gets it on the Thursday. But if not, I'll probably go Friday.
If I don't go Tuesday, which there's a good chance I might not, I will go do a double feature of Spider-Man Boogeyman on Thursday.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna say though, I'm actually gonna be walking into Across the Spider-Verse blind. I have not watched the trailer, and I have not read a plot synopsis.
I have seen the first teaser. Right? Yeah.
Well, they didn't really show anything. Like it was just the announcement. I've only seen like the announcement trailer of like when the movie was coming. Like that was all I saw. I think it was like when around like it was. I think it was when it was originally announced for 2022. Like
I say, the final trailer, whatever came out like a couple weeks ago, none of my theater has shown that trailer because the only trailer I've seen is that first like teaser or whatever it was. Like that's the only one. And hell, even Boogeyman, I have not seen any trailer for Boogeyman. Wait, no, that's a lie. I saw the first teaser of her looking under the bed, but every type of new promotion, I have not seen a damn thing for that movie.
Not even one time out of every film I've gone to see in theaters, not one time I have gotten the trailer for Across the Spider-Verse. Not one time.
I did for Fast X. I did.
I did not get that trailer at all. I think that one of the trailers I've gotten quite a bit, like definitely one of the trailers I've gotten quite a bit, like for this year's movies was definitely Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny and The Little Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what do you know? The Little Mermaid was actually really good.
If you give me 1 second, you can keep reading the comments. Oh, my cat outside my room. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Charles Clayton, aka the Filminator. I'll be back. Thank you for being here, man. They're saying it's the best one in the franchise. I'm still not like. Thank you for telling me that, Drew, but I'm still not very excited about the film. But again, we'll see when June 9th rolls around. Maybe I might really get a kick out of it, but again, not a big Transformers guy. So, and then Goose is in the chat. What is up, Goose?
Hi.
Also, I love your profile pic, but I can't talk about it. If you get the joke.
I don't. Oh wait. Oh, it took me a minute to realize who it was. Okay, I get it now.
But yeah, like I said, like every single time I've gone to the theater this year, not one time I've gotten the trailer for Across the Spider-Verse.
Well,
Like,
that's kind of
it's
good for you because that's the
crazy.
movie you're excited to see.
I know, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I haven't gotten the trailer because I actually have been wanting to walk into that movie blind. Like, because it's one of those times where it's like I don't want to watch the trailers because I might feel like I've seen the entire movie within like 2 to 3 minutes.
Well, from the one Twitter thing that I read that somebody saw, they said the trailers show off like the first 30 or something minutes of the movie, and like the rest of the movie you've seen nothing. I was like, freaking dope. I've only seen the one teaser trailer, whatever it was, and that's the only one I've seen. So I was like, you know what? Cool.
Yeah, so but yeah, again, I'm gonna walk into Across the Spider-Verse completely blind. And that's what I want to do. What's another movie I want to walk into? Honestly, before it comes out, like I'm not gonna be surprised if I get the trailer for this, because again, throughout any time I've gone to the theater, I've not gotten the trailer for it. I honestly would like to walk into the Flash blind.
Oh God, that shit. I'm a huge NBA fan, so I watch basketball. Every commercial break, there's a commercial for the Flash. So I've seen a lot. I'm like, all right, I know Batman's in it, guys.
But for me, honestly, anytime there's like an ad that pops up, I don't pay attention to it. Like on YouTube or anything like that, I don't pay attention to it because it's like I don't care. So, but what's another one I got in the trailer for quite a bit? Besides Little Mermaid and Indiana Jones, I've definitely gotten Barbie a few times.
That new trailer was so good.
Yes, it was great, and I'm actually dude. Top 10 most anticipated movies of the summer, man. It looks great.
I'll be doing a double feature of that and Oppenheimer. I will 100% be doing that.
Because let's see, I got Barbie in front of A Man Called Otto, and then and funny enough, I got it all 3 times in front of the Super Mario Brothers movie, all 3 times, and I was like, cool. I mean, Fast X.
I got a trailer for a few times, but not a whole bunch. I'm trying to think. You know what's all I've been getting that Strays trailer like in all the movies I go and see. Like that trailer always pops up.
I have not gotten that trailer once.
I've kind of a few times actually.
Because let's see, I've gotten Fast X. I mean, because again, I keep a list of movies that I go see and the previews I get with it. So I got Fast X in front of Creed 3. Not surprising. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Again, not surprising. But this one actually kind of surprised me though, because I did not expect it to happen. Again, same thing with Barbie. All 3 times in front of Super Mario Brothers, and I was like, ugh. Please, God, just end. And also, like, for both Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret, and Air, like, a small little promotional, like, for it. Like 30 seconds, just, like, showing off, like, all the main characters that are in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, but that still counts. Got it in front of both rounds of Evil Dead Rise. Which, by the way, yes, I did see that movie twice in theaters. Great movie. And honestly, for the trailers I got in front of Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret, were films that were like not on my radar whatsoever. Like, which were, I think they're both Lionsgate releases. Ordinary Angels and Whitebird. None of those were on my radar. Did you ever get those 2 trailers?
I have not. I was like, I'm thinking about it. I was trying to look it up, but no, I have not gotten those trailers. I think because like yesterday when I went and saw the You Hurt My Feelings, whatever, it was an A24 movie. So usually A24 movies show off like low budget movies like that, but they did not show that trailer.
With Whitebird though, funny enough, I actually found this out when I looked the movie up. it's actually directed by Mark Forster.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I might check it out one day because I love Mark Forster. Like, I honestly don't really understand the hate for the guy.
People just want to hate.
I'm looking at you, haters of Super Mario Brothers. Like, Jacob, can you tell I'm getting tired of people hating on Mario Brothers?
I think it's definitely under your skin somehow. But guess what? It made $1 billion. Those haters are gonna keep on hating because they're gonna make like 4 movies in that franchise. So,
and not just that, it grossed more than Minions. So, suck it, Minion lovers. Suck it. Again, I'm sorry if I sounded offensive there, but the Minions are just freaking annoying.
My dad really likes them. He thinks they're funny.
If Zach Goller were here, yeah, he'd be going on a tangent-filled rant.
He loves them, okay? He loves them. He loves those little tater tots.
All right. Let's see. So this is actually how this is gonna go down, because Jacob pitched me the idea of actually asking me some questions next time I did this show with him. So this time he's actually going to be asking me some questions this go around. So I guess it's going to be kind of a get to know me session. So,
yes.
Fire away your first question, my friend.
All right. So I feel like this is a great first question because it's the reason why we're here. Mr. Luke Ponto, can you tell me and the audience watching what was the review or the movie or the inspiration that made you want to start doing movie reviews?
Huh. That's actually a really good question. I mean, it didn't really make me want to start doing movie reviews, but
Okay.
there's a couple of movies that, well, if I could name one, well, obviously Trainspotting was one of those movies that really wanted to make me start talking about movies, more in depth, and also exploring independent film. But if I want to also say the movies that really got me to delve deeper into films, ones that really made movies become my passion, were The Incredibles and The Dark Knight.
Great answers.
Those were the films that when I watched them, they just blew me away, and I was like, wow, I loved movies more than I realized, because those two films are just a couple movies that can really open up your eyes to what film can do for you. The Dark Knight especially.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people still say that's the greatest superhero movie of all time. I kind of disagree. It's up there, for sure. It's up there. But I wouldn't quite consider it the best superhero movie. Because that's more like a crime. That's more like a crime movie.
That's a
more than an actual superhero movie.
I'll give you that.
But
I will say, for The Dark Knight, recently, in my spring semester at school, we actually had to do a final project. We had to talk, and the project was do a movie that impacted you or the culture. And I actually did my project on The Dark Knight. I got 100, just saying. But yes, The Dark Knight is a beautiful answer of why it did that.
There it is. There it is.
It's a dope steelbook.
Found it at a pawn shop actually for $5.
I say it was one of those movies where people told me the 4K was better, and so I went back and rebought the trilogy. So it's.
I do want to get that. I do want to get the trilogy on 4K at some point. I really do.
It looks so. My God, it looks so good in 4K.
But I'm trying to think of another one that looks great on 4K. Maybe it's
just wondering, was there any movie reviewers or a review of anyone on YouTube? You're like, man, if they can do it, I can do it. Was there anyone that you followed?
It was definitely the top 3 answers for a lot of people would definitely be Jeremy Johns, Chris Stuckman, and the Flick Pick. Those would be like the top three for like a lot of people, and that's definitely for me too. But and I'm actually gonna be honest, it was also you and Zach Goller that actually really got me to start
Oh
thinking about
no!
doing movie
Don't say
reviews.
that. Don't say that.
I'm being honest, man, because it's like you guys really like do well with going into details about certain movies. It was like, man, I want to do something like that. And it's also another thing is because like I talk about movies so much in my life. It was to a certain degree where it's like, okay, I need to get in front of a camera and actually explain some of my certain thoughts on movies, like and why um, I feel this way about a certain movie. Because, but honestly, like there are just some films I really just don't feel like explaining my thoughts to because it's like I don't feel like I need to with some of them. Like I know there's a lot that you can do, but with some of them, it's just like I don't really have a good way to explain it to you. Like, because you're just gonna give me hate comments regardless. Like, biggest example is definitely Iron Man 3.
Do you hate it or like it?
I do not like that movie.
Okay.
It's bad. So, and I don't want to get into my thoughts why, honestly, because it's gonna frustrate me more and more and more the more and more I talk about it.
All right, take the thought out of your head, throw it out there, and go back to the inspiration of apparently Zach Goller and Mua.
I'm not saying that just to be nice, man. I actually mean it.
It is your answer, and I love you for it, Luke. And you're one of those reviewers. Every time you release a video, I always give you a watch.
And thank you for that, man. I always appreciate your support. Like,
yes, now get this man to 400. God damn it, he's 2 away.
I'm so close, man. Like
you're so close.
It's like so close. Like like you can see it, but it's not quite getting there. Like, but hopefully we can get there before like either before the end of June or hey, let's do before the Flash comes out. How about that?
I think you can do it.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely I'm trying to think of another one that kind of this one I definitely saw when I got older. Like I think it was probably like in my teen years when I saw it. That also really got me to loving movies a lot more than I do. Definitely The Exorcist.
Classic.
And I honestly will still stand by that is the scariest film I've ever seen in my life. Is The Exorcist.
Valid answer.
But it still inspired me to like delve deeper into scary movies because honestly, if you guys know us, we're horror buffs.
Favorite genre. Give me that over any Marvel movie.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you think I had Scream 6 in my top 3 most anticipated movies of the year?
It was definitely mine.
I mean, I didn't quite have like Evil Dead Rise up there because I mean, I knew it was coming out, but at the same time I was like I haven't gotten a trailer out of it first. So
dude, I was hyped.
And oh my god, dude, that movie is so freaking scary. Like,
it's so good.
Wait, hold on. Open up now. Dude, Alyssa Sutherland in that movie is like, she is the definition of creepy. Like, she is so good in that movie. It's still not my favorite Evil Dead movie. Like, I don't think anything's gonna top the first two for me. But Evil Dead Rise was awesome.
It'd be my fourth.
It's honestly number 3 for me. I like it a little bit more than Army of Darkness and the remake.
Okay, so I'm gonna flip it. Yeah, so like I'm one of those rare people. My favorite one is actually the original. Like the Evil Dead is my favorite. Then I'll go Evil Dead 2. Then I'll actually go 2013 Evil Dead, and then I'll go Rise. Mm-hmm.
then Army of Darkness.
Yeah, which I like, but that movie is just such a different movie than the other one. It's kind of like an outlier, but it's still good.
Yeah, but what was I trying to say? Like, the way that they do the comedy in Evil Dead 2 for me is just so unmatched to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you cannot do comedy in horror better than that. Like, there's no way.
I say another horror comedy that's one of my favorites that I think blends it together perfectly is Shaun of the Dead.
Easily.
Yeah.
Probably top 3 horror comedies of all time for me. I mean,
I would agree.
just for me, I don't think
definitely would
anything's
agree.
going to beat Evil Dead 2 for me.
That's a valid answer. It's funny because Edgar Wright literally said when he was making Shaun of the Dead, like that was an inspiration for him, was Evil Dead 2.
Well, there you go. And plus, honestly, every time I watch Evil Dead 2, I lose it. Like, every time that movie's on, like, I just cannot stop laughing. It's one of those times, man, like, or even like sometimes when you go to a movie theater to watch like a comedy or something like that, there's moments that will honestly leave me laughing like endlessly. Like, honestly, like, it's making me laugh even thinking about it now. A lot of the action sequences in Renfield, when I saw that in theaters, like, it was just me and 3 other people. So I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. Like, so I think it was the motel fight scene where I just completely lost it. Like I honestly felt like my voice was going to be gone by the time that scene was over. Like, because it was so freaking funny. Like
the part that really got me in that movie, it was a running joke. I forget the officer's name, but Awkwafina's like, "Shut the fuck up" to this person. Like, it was just so
Kyle.
funny. Kyle, God, that was so fun. Every time she says Kyle, it was so funny.
I don't get the hate for Awkwafina. She's funny.
She's also a good actress. No one has seen The Farewell. Is that what it was called? Like, damn, she's a good actress.
Yeah, The Farewell.
Damn, she's good in that movie. So good.
Yeah.
Hell, she's good in The Little Mermaid for what she is.
As Scuttle, dude. And, dude, she could sing? Heck yes.
Oh, yeah. Lin-Manuel Miranda's little song that she did. Yeah. Scuttlebutt, whatever.
Dude, she did a good job doing that, man. I'm not going to lie. That's another moment I kind of lost it. Like, that was really funny. But, after I take my drink, I actually have a little story to tell you about my experience with that movie.
And this video is sponsored by Dr. Pepper as Luke drinks it.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Sponsor us, Dr. Pepper. We want money.
Not sponsored.
I know. We're not sponsored. Damn it. Not yet.
But, so I was going to tell you a little story about my experience with The Little Mermaid when I went and saw it on Friday night. It was a good experience overall. I had a good theater experience with it. But this one thing kind of ruined it for me. Like,
oh, shit.
Look, okay. There was literally this guy on the left of me who was there with his wife and daughter. Which, by the way, his daughter's laugh was so freaking annoying. Like,
how old was she?
She was like first or second grade level, honestly.
Like 7.
Yeah, or some. I don't know. But the guy literally forgot to silence his phone before the movie started. So when his phone rang, his ringtone was blaring out loud. And here comes the best part. He answered it in the freaking theater. He wasn't even courteous enough to even go out to the freaking hallway to answer it. I was like,
you know why? I think why that happened. It's because it's a kids movie. Because Little Mermaid, and he goes in there and he just answers his phone because it's a kids movie. It's not a big deal, but just people don't have courtesy of others. You were in there to watch The Little Mermaid. Yes, there's probably a bunch of little kids in there, but that doesn't give you the right to answer the phone and be like, "Oh, hey, Marcus, I'm just sitting here watching The Little Mermaid."
Yes, thank you. Because seriously, when he answered it and I heard him talking out loud on the phone, I was like, are you fucking serious? I'm trying to watch the movie.
If I were you, I would have said something. I'd be like, hey, you want to
like, that was actually one of the times I was really getting close to honestly going up to go get somebody, but it's like, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Like, there's been another time that was honestly really close to doing that. I was really close, but I was like, I can't risk it. I can't do it. And if you guessed it was Avatar: The Way of Water, you thought correct. It was that one.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I don't care if I have to pee. I don't care if my phone rings. I don't get up in a movie. I do not get up. I do not get up. I cannot miss the movie. It is like one thing about OCD about it. When the movie starts, I'm there. I'm not leaving.
I know, but it's like, but honestly, anytime like before when it's like a minute before the film, before like the advertisements and everything stop, before like the instructions come up and everything, I always shut down my phone. Like, so I don't have any distraction while watching the movie. I'm there watching the movie, eating my snacks, drinking my soda. Boom. There you go. Seriously, like, that made me so angry. Because I was like,
I don't blame you.
You could not have gone outside in the hallway to answer your phone.
I say, when I went and saw Little Mermaid, it was a packed theater full of kids, and there were just a few times the kids were like definitely loud or anything like that. But in my mind, I'm thinking it's a kids movie. It's a Little Mermaid. They're excited to be here. I'm gonna go with it. But no one was like talking or anything. Yeah, they were just like happy, like when they were singing Under the Sea, the kids were like like that, like jumping. It made me happy to see. But deep down, like, you know, if you could just like lower
that can
voice,
get annoying.
but it can. But then again, I'm just it's Little Mermaid. I expected this.
Thankfully, that honestly, for all 3 times I've seen it, even with kids in the theater, like, that did not happen at all with Super Mario Brothers. Like, no kids
you
were
would
getting
have murdered a
like,
child.
excited.
You would have killed a child.
Screw you, Jacob.
If a kid was talking in that movie the first time you watched it, you would have stood up and you would have been like, "Get out, child."
That'd be like sitting next to sitting next to like a crying adult on a plane. It's like,
oh God,
it'd be so awkward. Like, it's like, I'm gonna kill the crying person. Like, but obviously this is all jokes, people.
Yes,
Before
we
you
are
two
joking.
decide to come at me for it, it's just a joke.
No, everyone, I'm not joking. I will throw a child right now. I'm just kidding.
I told you.
I canceled Jacob Hubbard, apparently.
But anyways, I'm trying to think of another one where honestly I would have been super duper angry that if anyone was like either talking on their phones or anything like that while I was watching the movie, would just really just be like, like, I'd be catching hands, dude.
I don't want anyone talking when I go see Spider-Man.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, unless it's like for reaction purposes, like I can get like, because it was like a big reaction crowd when I saw Scream 6. That's when I was like, okay, this is the experience I wanted. Like, where people like to scream and cheer and all that. Like, that's the experience I wanted. But thankfully it wasn't packed the night I saw it. But if it was for like something like Knock at the Cabin, I would be like, ugh, you're ruining it. Like, but thankfully it wasn't packed though. There was only like about 6 or 7 other people in the theater when I saw it opening night.
Are you talking about Little Mermaid or Cabin or Into the Cabin?
Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin. Okay, I was gonna say Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid was packed, but Little Mermaid was packed, but it was just for Knock at the Cabin. There was like about 5, 6, or 7 other people when I saw it because I saw it on Thursday night.
Yeah, I did too.
Great movie, by the way, guys. If you guys have not seen Knock at the Cabin, watch it.
Looks great on 4K. I got it the other day on 4K. It looks freaking great.
Wait, you got the which one did you get for the 4K?
Does it start with K? Yeah. A B C D E F G H I J K K J. Oh, here. It's right here.
Okay.
That one.
So. There you go. That one. There you go. I'll do you one better.
Oh, Luke, you don't want to hear my opinion. You don't want to hear my opinion, Luke.
What, you don't like the Steelbook?
I do not. I'm sorry.
I love this Steelbook, man.
I'm sorry. Really that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Right there. That's cool. The back. The back is cool. Thumbs up for me. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when I saw this design for the Steelbook for this movie, I was like, and plus the funny thing is, it came out the day before my birthday, and so I was out all day on my birthday, so I was able to go out to Best Buy. This was literally the first thing I grabbed off the shelf was this Steelbook for Knock at the Cabin. I had to, I had to grab it.
I don't know. I remember I don't know if you tweeted it or you said it in a live stream. I don't remember, but you said Knock at the Cabin might be your favorite M. Night movie. So you're saying that's your favorite M. Night movie, all around?
No. Hold your horses here. It's in my top 5. It's not my favorite of his. It's my favorite of his since Signs.
What's better, Signs or that?
I'm sorry. Knock at the Cabin.
Oh God. Okay, listen. I get hate for it. So Signs is in my top 10 of all time. I love Signs.
And look, I respect that. I'm glad you have that absolute love for Signs.
And I'm glad you like Knock at the Cabin. See, we work with each other. This is what everyone should do in life. Luke likes that movie. I like this movie. I have respect for it. That's all.
Exactly.
Luke, you're wrong. No, we're all wrong. The Sixth Sense is his best movie.
Or even saying what's a good one? Basically saying that I'm wrong because I hated the remake of White Man Can't Jump. Get out of here.
I know.
It's respect people.
It is literally just a simple opinion. It's okay. But don't worry, we're not going to get negativity. We're not going to get negativity. It's okay.
Exactly. Thank you. I can't take negativity. I can't take that. Well, I mean, if I was doing if I made a movie that people did not like, I'll take the criticisms. But it's for something that for a movie that I'm reviewing and it's just my opinion and I get negative thoughts on it, I'm just okay, then what's the point of you being here? Because you're basically saying nothing but that I'm wrong. I don't get that, man. I don't get it.
If you want, I can ask you another question. We can move on.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Okay. So, you in the past have talked about how you played an instrument in high school. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. Where has been your favorite place that you played in band?
That's a good. So, So what are you meaning exactly?
Because you would go on trips, you would play a football game, you would play somewhere in a stadium. Where was the place that you went to and played? And it was your favorite place to play at?
If I'm gonna be honest, honestly thinking about this, mostly we would go on trips as a little parade kind of thing most of the time. Those will mostly be marching band parades. I'd say my favorite was getting to play at the Peach Bowl in Georgia, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
That's a great answer. I didn't know that. Shit, you came to Georgia.
Yeah,
That's
I was
right down
actually
the
part
road
of
for
that.
me.
It was it was towards the end of 2019 when we actually went on that trip. So we actually got to go to that stadium and play some pep band music for that, and we also got to watch a football game for that too. That was a lot of fun. I forgot what teams played, but because I don't really keep track of football per se,
You're good.
but it was still a fun game. It was still fun to watch nonetheless, and also getting to hang around my friends and part of the group. Man, what else could I ask for?
That's a great answer. That's exactly why I wrote it down. I was like, he played band. I kind of figured you went on a trip somewhere and played an instrument because I have my best friend. He is a I can't remember the title of his job, but he does a lot of stuff with band, and so he went to Scotland 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I wonder if Luke's been like somewhere like that. That's why I wrote it down.
Yeah, but the only times I've actually like gone like out of state, like from my home state, which is Minnesota, in regards to band. Well, I'm meaning like for like to clarify, like going like to a much more different state that's like way far from where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was when I went to California for the Hooray for Hollywood show that we did, and then the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowls that we also went to when we played when we played our piece We the People. And
You were right down the road. I mean, I live in South Carolina, but Georgia's literally like right down below. I've been there many times. Many times.
yeah, it was awesome down in Georgia. It was great. And the hotel that we stayed at in Georgia was awesome. It was a really really nice hotel. And also the same thing with California. The hotel that we stayed at when we were in California was awesome.
I guess you stayed in Hotel California.
I get it. I get that one. But
Good job.
But with California though, that was actually kind of a like when we actually got to play at Disneyland when we went to California. Wait, yeah, we did. We did get to play at Disneyland. That was kind of a rough one, honestly.
Really?
It was a really hot day, and it was
Oh, okay.
It was around like Thanksgiving time, I think. It was a really hot day out there, so a lot of us were like all blotchy and sweaty. Even one of our band members passed out.
Yeah, my friend, like I told you, he works with band. He tells me all the time, people pass out all the time.
Yeah, like I think honestly, when we did the Turkey Day parade in my town, like I think it was my sophomore year of high school, I tapped out like when we were like I think it was like when we got to like past the post office or something like that. When we got past that, I tapped out because I was like, dude, I'm like, I can't do it anymore, man. Like I'm getting dehydrated.
Well,
yeah, so I tapped out like before we even got back to the high school. And I felt
I've heard some stories, man. I respect the man. You did your thing. It is a very physical thing to do. No one ever really thinks about that kind of stuff.
I kind of knew it was going to be a physical thing for me because obviously I'm carrying an instrument like the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just that day that I wasn't like feeling like I was in the best shape. So
it's all right.
But now, honestly, now that I'm at home, most of the time now before, after I graduated, I play guitar now.
That's dope. My dad plays guitar.
I have 2 electric guitars and 1 acoustic.
My dad has both of those and a shit ton. Literally, my old room where like 10 years ago where I did movie reviews, that was turned into my dad's room full of guitars.
Wow, that's crazy,
yes.
dude.
Yeah. So the short film I filmed a few months ago, he's actually helping make original music, and we're doing that like now, like this month.
Awesome! Like I can't wait to hear the original music when you release it.
It's a lot of work, man. I'll tell you that much.
I know it's a lot of work. Like because even I did some stuff like that when I was in high school. Like because I took a class called How to Make a Movie when I was a sophomore. So yeah, that kind of tells you where that was. Like,
yeah, what's funny is my high school, they did not have those kind of classes. The only thing that they had was the drama department. That was it.
really?
Well, there was no photography class. There's no movie making class in high school. No, none of that where I live.
There was also like film studies class. We got to watch movies and then write papers on it. Like, I really wanted to take that class. Like,
I'd love if I had the offer to take that class.
Like every time, like when before the end of the school year, like in regards to going into next year, like I have been because we kept filling out like these forms for the classes we wanted to take. I always put that one down. I never got to take that class. Like I only took How to Make a Movie. I took How to Make a Movie when I was a sophomore, and then I took theater when I was a senior.
Yeah, I took drama class my entire high school career. Even my senior year, when I only had to do 4 classes, I was like, I'll do 5 because I want to take drama, whatever. So yeah, I did that, and that helped me build confidence. Doing monologues and stuff like that, that really helped. But in college, like right now, I take movie classes all the time. Like literally took action movies. And then last year, I did what was it? It was 1960s like old movies. And then this spring or in the fall, I'm taking sci-fi class.
Nice.
I know. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the horror class, Luke. I'm waiting for it.
Dude, I know you're like just so passionate about like that horror class. Like I feel that.
Dude, if I failed that class, Luke, I would drive to Minnesota and I'd let you beat me with a stick.
I would not do that.
I'll allow you. I'll let your dog eat me. How about that?
Oh God, no. like how if honestly like hold on. Excuse me. If that happened, like you failed that class and you literally drove down here, I'll honestly just do something like to make it up to you, like, or just to make you feel better. Like I'll take you to a movie at my theater.
I'm gonna walk in that theater and yell at him for freaking like, why can't y'all play like every movie? I said, didn't you want to see the machine? Wasn't that what you wanted to see?
Yeah, but my theater did not play it, which I was very upset about. They had it on the list. Like, they had it on the list of movies coming soon. They didn't play it. They played About My Father instead. And I was like, well, screw you.
They picked the other stand-up comedian movie. They're like, we have 2 to choose from. We're going to choose the other one.
If I get bored one day, I'll take my dad to see it. But honestly, I really don't. Because that trailer...
Just go watch Meet the Parents and you'll be happier.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
I said that in my
best joke in the
video.
movie ever, dude. I love that line. Seriously,
I love that movie. That movie's so good. One of my favorite lines is when he gets pulled off the plane. He's like, can't say bomb on an airplane. He's like, bomb, 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 bomb.
Yeah, again, anytime like a movie like that comes to mind, like there's just like there's always like one line that really just sticks out to me. It's the same thing with Zoolander. Like with Meet the Parents and Zoolander, which by the way both star Ben Stiller. Just one line really sticks out to me. Even though Zoolander is very much so quotable, it's just with Meet the Parents, that one line really just sticks out to me. I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me? Like, anytime I hear that line,
I would call Meet the Parents a classic comedy. I'd call that a classic comedy.
It is, for sure. Let me hit some of these comments. Andreas Kroneman, I hope I'm saying your name right, says hi from Germany. Thank you for being here, man.
Hello. Wow. Welcome.
Bo likes movies. What is up, Bo? Thank you for being here. Let's see. Love Jeremy Johns and Chris Sugman. For me, it's hard to choose on one over the other. I think that's what he meant to say. It's to choose on over the over.
To choose one over the other.
Yeah, I knew. I knew what he was saying. You see?
I like both. Just to answer your question, I don't know if it's a really question, Drew, but yeah, I kind of like growing up. Like when I first started doing movie reviews, that was obviously everyone's go-to for movie reviewers. But I have a lot of respect for Chris Stuckman, and I actually got to meet an actress who is working on his movie, Shelby Oak. I was like, "Give me the details, please."
That's funny. But let's see. Bo asks, have you all seen the movie The Proposition? I have. I've recommended it to him.
Is that the Kenneth Branagh movie?
I think he's talking about the Western film directed by John Hillcoat.
Oh.
The one that I told you about.
Oh.
This one.
Oh. Yeah, no. Or if I have it, I have not. Or I don't remember it, but probably not. There's a lot of movies, people.
I know. As Zach says, so many movies, so little time. Like, I'm kind of looking at a couple of my haul piles because I got out the ones that I got for April and May.
Mm-hmm.
There's only like a couple of them as of now that I haven't seen. See, out of my April pile, I have not seen The Outpost. It's got Scott Eastwood, Caleb Landry Jones, and Orlando Bloom in it.
I'm not.
And I haven't seen Christmas Bloody Christmas yet.
Oh, I was like, oh wait, that's the robot one.
Yep, Robot Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
That does seem like a movie for me. Like, and
that reminds me, the other day I finally bought Violent Night, and what was great was my Best Buy actually had a slipcover. I was like, oh, cool.
Wow, dude, your Best Buy actually got a slipcover for Violent Night.
Yeah, I'll show it. Hold on if I can find it. A V to the end. Where is it? Oh, slip. I was shocked.
Yes,
I was like,
sir.
Really? I was like, every time I see this movie in stores, there was never a slip. And I was like, I'm going to buy that.
Good purchase, man. Good purchase.
I know you like that movie a lot.
Of course I do. Like,
my mom and dad watched it for the first time and they loved it.
Like, seriously, man. Like, if you give me a movie with David Harbour playing Santa Claus and he's like going on and he's just killing a bunch of mercenaries, give it to me. Like, that's another one that's so made for me. Like, I could kind of see me doing this, like these three movies, honestly, one day as a triple feature. It might be like the weirdest triple feature ever, but I kind of see myself doing it at one point with Violent Night, Cocaine Bear, and Renfield.
So it's basically out of these ordinary movies, they're like different.
I know they're very different, but I had similar experiences with those in theaters.
Yeah, like they're silly idea movies. Like that's what I'm saying, like silly.
Yes. There you go. And plus, to be honest, man, those movies are comedies. Like,
yes.
Cocaine Bear especially. Cocaine Bear is easily a comedy.
Yes.
Like, and I understand people's points of saying that the gore in Renfield came off extremely B-rate because it's mostly CGI.
It very much is.
But here's my argument, though. The film is a comedy, so they can do that. So, like, if you're poking fun at the Dracula story, or basically, or I should say more like the Renfield story in his relationship with Dracula, I don't really know what else you're going to be expecting, dude. This is not like a super serious scary movie. It's a comedy.
I mean, you could say they're making fun of Jack because the opening 5 minutes of that movie is a flashback of the original movie, Nicolas Cage version.
Yep. I mean, dude, even like when Renfield just tears off like a guy's arms, like I was just like, oh my god. Like I was again, I busted up laughing. But honestly, even with the CGI blood, honestly, in Renfield, I didn't mind it. Honestly, I really did not mind it.
Yeah, I saw like a few reviews people mentioned it. They were like they were fine with it. I thought it was awful. I thought it was awful looking, but it is what it is.
At least it wasn't like Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, where it was like they really just you could have just really used practical effects. Like, because that movie is considerably lower budget than Renfield is.
But it's not even in the same ballpark. It's not like you have a Universal distributed movie compared to a.
Well, it's mostly the gore that you do see in Blood and Honey. Like the gore that you actually can see in the film is CGI blood, and it is so fake looking. Like seriously, it is very fake.
It is.
I mean, honestly,
what?
Like honest, like I'm just being honest, like about my opinion with Renfield. Like I understand that people say that the gore was not very good because it's mostly CGI. I just didn't really find it all that distracting because if the film is a comedy, basically a very high budget comedy like this, and most of the effects are going, or basically most of the budget is going into the action department, I'm not gonna be mad, honestly, because that's what I feel like most of the budget went to, was mostly to the action.
I mean, yeah, that and just a whole like I don't want to get super nerdy, but like they probably what was like a $50 million budget, 50, 60,
$65 million.
Okay, so let's say 20 million of that went to actors, and then 20 million of it went to getting film in places, maybe even building sets. There are some good makeup effects. So I would say probably 10, 15 million went to departments of action. I would say, just trying to think about it, like there's so much more money that's spent in like just the actual production and more itself the action.
Yeah, I meant to say more the effects, like especially like what you see at the end, like with Dracula. I kind of feel like that's where a lot of the film's budget went to, was mostly towards that final battle. No spoilers for anyone that has not seen Renfield, but that's just a thing. Let's see. Aside from Logan, what do you think is James Mangold's best movie? Ford versus Ferrari, The 3:10 to Yuma, or Walk the Line? I probably will say 3:10 to Yuma.
Probably Logan. Probably Logan.
Well, he said aside from Logan, though. Like,
no, yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, Logan's like my go-to, but like, that's such a hard question because like these movies are good. Like, I'm gonna go Ford versus Ferrari.
That is a great movie.
I couldn't. Like, I want to say Logan, but I just.
Let me see. Spoiler Kings, what's going on? Spoiler Kings says, "I love Bert. The machine was fun, silly, over the top." Well, good to hear. I kind of figured that's what the movie was going to be anyway, because it's an action comedy with Bert Kreischer. Is that his name is pronounced? Kreischer?
I believe so. I believe Kreischer, or something like that. I did the same thing. I was doing my review. I kept messing up his last name.
I think I'll just say Bert Kreischer. Like basically a movie with Bert Kreischer, and he's facing off against Russians. Like, I knew that was going to be very silly.
A lot of blood.
Even for a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Opinions on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I have not watched a single episode of that show yet.
Freaking hilarious.
I know that Charlie Day is in it.
He's a creator. That show is so funny.
Which of the 3 Neil Blomkamp movies you will keep, watch, and burn? This is tough. So it's with District 9, Elysium, and Chappie. Well, the burn is easy for me. Easily Chappie.
I was gonna say this question's easy to me.
But honestly, here comes my hot take, though. I think I would honestly say keep Elysium. If I'm being honest with you, I love Elysium. I mean, I love District 9 as well. But if I were to go back and rewatch one Neil Blomkamp movie, I probably would go with Elysium.
So I'm saying that Keep is the best answer. Keep is like the number one choice. Because if that, then I'm saying District 9. But to watch a movie, I'll watch Elysium, but I'm burning Chappie.
Chappie sucks, man. I hate, dude. There was like, when I was watching Chappie, I had like 20 minutes left. I was like, nope, I give up.
Oh, you didn't finish it? Yeah.
No, it was bad. Like, it was bad. I mean, there was some good, the film had good intentions with it, but it was like, what am I watching? So, yeah. But what's your next question here, my friend?
All right. Well, we've been talking about it, kind of. Also, let me say this real quick. Am I glitching out right now? Because someone said glitching out. I'm sorry. My internet might be crashing a little bit. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you, but it's just, again, it's just the picture.
The picture? Do I look like a robot right now? Beep, bop, boop, boop.
Yeah, sometimes you're just a little bit glitching. Like, do you have like a hotspot or anything?
I used to.
Oh, man.
It's a long story. I'm getting it back. Don't worry. Anyways, my internet will fix itself, hopefully. I'm still here, everybody. I can read. But, Luke, we've been talking about it. You just saw a remake version of The Little Mermaid. So now my question for you, if you could remake any movie, what would you want to see remade? Any movie.
I'm gonna look through some of my I'm trying to look through some of my collection here because this is kind of tough.
It is, but I figured why
not
ask?
Because honestly, there's like a lot of remakes that honestly don't even deserve like to even be remade. Example I can come up with is Vertigo. I do not think that film even needs to be remade. Poltergeist did not need to be remade.
It did not. Or what's a movie you want to see remade? I know it's a hard one. I figured to give you some time to think about it, but there's a lot of movies out there.
This is one of them I can honestly come up with. To like just at now, look, I know this film literally came out like 5 years ago, but I just really think that honestly they could. If they remade it like another 5 years down the line, they have to do more with the concept. I'm going with Hellfest.
Okay. That's
one of them. That's one of them I'll go for is with Hellfest. Because I watched that movie like a couple years ago for the first time. I hated Hellfest.
I remember the movie coming out. I went and saw it with a bunch of my friends, and it was a mid-movie. But I'll throw out just one for a horror one. I would say, why not remake Wishmaster?
Yes, I would love to see a remake to Wishmaster.
I would love to see a remake to Wishmaster.
Or how about another Children of the Corn remake that actually doesn't suck?
No, we've gotten 11 of those. I'm okay. They've tried enough. They can just let that one burn. I know they could let that one burn. But yeah. So what's a movie? Is there a movie that came out in the 90s or 80s that you watched or 2000s and you were like, damn, that could be really cool now?
Um. Hmm. This is actually kind of an interesting one. Because the concept of this film, I actually really think would also really work well, in modern day, because this is a '90s movie. I'm gonna go with Copycat.
Okay.
Because seriously, that is such an awesome concept. Like seriously, you have a guy you don't know who it is, copying the world's most notorious serial killers one by one. That's an awesome concept. Oh, actually, here's a Stephen King movie that I like. Look, I know we've had a lot of Stephen King remakes that have not been very good, but this is based off a short story that I really think you could pull off so well today. Because look, I enjoy that. I enjoy the original. I enjoy the movie, but it's like this movie is prime for a remake. I'm going with Graveyard Shift.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say
I
Silver
really
Bullet.
want to see a remake to Graveyard Shift. I mean, have you seen Graveyard Shift?
It's been a long time, man. A long time.
I always remember that opening scene, like where that guy just like goes through this. It's like a bunch of like cotton or fur going in, and then he falls in and gets cut up himself. Like, so yeah, that's one of them. I would love to see a remake to Graveyard Shift, because I mean, like I know we've had like quite a bit of bad Stephen King adaptations, even like ones that were remade. Firestarter. But if you really lean into the concept of what your short story is, like what the short story is about, and also do something really cool and unique with it, obviously you could expand more on that story. Like look at other short stories, like with the Black Phone, they expanded on that and they did so well with it. So yeah, if anybody wants to do that one day, please give me a remake to Graveyard Shift.
I'll throw one more out there. Might be controversial, but I think they could do a great job. I'm like Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I would love to see that. Do it kind of. I wouldn't say do it like in the exact same vein of the Invisible Man, but do it in somewhat in that facet of the Invisible Man.
I agree.
Again, just
don't like. Would you like the next question, Mr. Ponto?
Let me hit these comments here really quick. I know I got a couple more comments. Do you guys think The Dark Knight Rises deserve the hate that it gets? No, of course not.
What he's saying though is exactly right. They compare it to The Dark Knight, which is unfair. Even though it is his third movie, it's a sequel to The Dark Knight. Yes, I understand, but no, I don't think that movie is dog. People say the movie is awful. I do not think that.
I love The Dark Knight Rises. Sorry, not sorry. But it also kind of helps because I am a Nolan fanatic. Yeah, I kind of figured I was supposed to take back that answer for Copycat. Sorry, Laren. But thank you for stopping in, Laren. But what's your next question here, my friend?
All right, so this is a perfect question for you as a person that loves the Mario movie and loves the video games. What is another video game you would like to be made into a movie?
Look, man, like I'm morely a Nintendo gamer, so I don't really have that like much knowledge of like those Xbox or PlayStation games.
Okay.
But as I'm kind of thinking about it, I mean, obviously, I know we're getting a Mortal Kombat sequel, which I'm really pumped for. Just give me some Johnny Cage. I honestly, like, I know, again, like, a lot of people's complaint, I mean, and again, I understand that, but with this complaint about the Super Mario Brothers movie, that the story is very thin, I understand that. But my argument is that they don't really have the best story. So you kind of expect them not to tell, like, a very Oscar-worthy story when you get to the Super Mario Brothers movie. So honestly, I would like to see some of the sports that they did, like for the games, adapted into a movie.
Okay.
Those would actually be kind of fun. Like, not just as Easter eggs as they did in, like, as some of them in the Super Mario Brothers movie, but like an actual movie. Like, give me like a Mario Golf movie. Like, give me a Mario Tennis movie, something like that. Or give me like a sports mix movie where they mix basketball, volleyball, dodgeball, and hockey. Give me that. Like, you could do so much with that, with those types of movies.
All I know
But
is whenever they do the Super Smash Bros. Movie, I will be there to see that.
But if you don't want me to, but I know obviously I mostly would say Mario, but if I'm gonna be honest, I know obviously he's in the movie too, but give me a Donkey Kong Country movie. Give me a Donkey Kong Country movie. I need that in my life. And yes,
Well,
I would. And yes, I would still say keep Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Well, you have to now with movie making $1 billion. You kind of have to keep everyone.
You mean? And yes, naysayers, you still got to keep Chris Pratt.
Well, with you saying that, I will just say other answers just on my head, even though this is the question for you. I'm just saying it just to add on. I would love to see a Splinter Cell movie. I would love to see any kind of Tom Clancy story be adapted that a game been made out of. I would love to see a new Assassin's Creed movie, but I know we're getting that Netflix show, so I'm okay with that. And fuck it, I want to see a BioShock movie. Damn it, I want to see a good one.
BioShock would be good.
Hell yeah, give that shit to Guillermo del Toro. That movie will be amazing.
Like, I've seen gameplay of some of those games. Like of course BioShock. I've seen gameplay of those, but they're never games that I've ever sat down in one session to ever play. So, dude, this literally just popped in my mind. Give me a Turok movie.
I said that shit in my 65 review. I 100% agree with you. They could do so much with that.
I played the only Turok game I've ever played is Turok Evolution for the GameCube. I mean, that game was a lot of fun. Like, there's so much you can do with that concept with Turok. Yes, there's so much you can do with it. Yeah, that's like most of the games I can really think of. Like, obviously, I want to see.
That's okay.
We're gonna get a lot of Mario spinoffs that obviously involve Donkey Kong and Luigi, a Legend of Zelda movie. We're also what else? A Star Fox movie, even.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, give me a Star Fox movie. Honestly, like, I don't play much of Star Fox, but bro, the concept of those, like, even like when you look into the concept of those games, you know you can make a good movie out of it. Like,
also, this is totally off topic, but I just remembered something. I want to throw out one more movie for a remake. Little Shop of Horrors. I want to see a remake of that.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes, I would love to see a remake. I would love to see a remake. It's probably my favorite Steelbook.
Yeah, no, you got that.
I love that. That is just perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's a great Steelbook. But here's I got a cool one for you. I can move this without knocking over my drink. This one.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs. I've seen that at my Best Buy.
One with the ear coming off. I love this Steelbook, and it's such a neat detail. Like, That's creative right there. You gotta admit that's creative.
Yeah, that's a dope steelbook.
So, and I was holding off on that, and when I went to the Best Buy on my birthday, that was another thing that I saw in there, and I was like, oh, they still got it. I'm gonna have to get it. Like, but oh, Charles brings up a good one. A Doom reboot.
Yes.
That movie is prime. That movie is prime for a remake.
I say,
God.
especially compared to the one we got. Where I own that movie. Hold on.
I have it too.
This piece of crap.
You got it on 4K too?
Yeah.
Oh. Thankfully for me, it was a Christmas gift. This movie
sucks, people.
It looks good on 4K though.
It does. I'll give it that. It does, but it sucks.
Yeah, from 2005. This movie needs to be remade.
I'd be down for it.
And also lean into the concept of the games. Seriously, lean into it. Don't just be like, let's take some fan service elements and just be like, here you go. Now, look, I mean, I might be saying that, I might be sounding like a hypocrite saying that, but because like something like the Super Mario Brothers movie is completely fan service. But here's my thing though, I'm a Mario fan, so
I agree. I agree on your perspective. I'm not a diehard fan. It was an enjoyable movie. I watched it. I liked it. I'll buy it on 4K.
There you go. See.
But I did not love the movie. I do not love it. But I do want to see sequels. I want to see a Smash Bros. Movie.
Give me a Smash Brothers movie. Hey, have Mario fight against Pikachu. Give me that.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
What's another one? What's another competition I would love to? Ooh. Give me Luigi versus Lucario.
Okay, that's different. That's a different answer. I haven't heard that one before, but
I would love to see that, honestly. Give me like Luigi versus Lucario. Like, give me that. Or hell, even give me Donkey Kong like versus one of the other Kongs, like Diddy or something like that. Give me that. Like where Diddy and Donkey Kong are fighting each other.
All right, you ready for my next question, Mr. Ponto?
Yes, sorry, Bob.
Alrighty. So, I know that you love movies, but let's talk about television for a little bit.
Okay.
So, what is a TV show you would like to see a sequel or a reboot or a movie? What would you want?
I would have said Breaking Bad, but we've already gotten we got a prequel to it, and then we got the El Camino movie.
I'll say Breaking Bad's been done. We're good with Breaking Bad. We're done.
We're done with Breaking Bad because we already had El Camino, and then we had Better Call Saul. So, I honestly would love to see a continuation of like a movie out of Black Sails.
Okay, the pirate show.
Yes. Even though it ended really well, I kind of feel like that if they pick it back up on the right note and kind of like really finish this out, even if the ending was not like all that proper, if they can finish it out with a movie, I'd be fine with it.
That's your answer. I've never watched it. I've seen like it on before, and I know what it is, but I've never watched it.
I'll do you one here. That's the complete collection.
Nice.
All 4 seasons. Yeah, really good show. I would have said this one, but I was gonna say this one before, but I actually have not finished the show.
Okay.
But I was gonna originally say Mr. Robot.
Oh, okay. Well, as a person that's watched it, that's an okay answer. I wouldn't be excited, but like depending on what they would do. But again, I'm not gonna spoil this. You haven't seen the ending.
Well, I've only gotten through the first 2 seasons, and I've only watched like the first episode of season 3.
Okay.
I have the complete series of Mr. Robot, but like right below me, but it's just I haven't found the urge to finish it yet.
That's fair.
And also another one. I mean, I'm kind of sad they canceled this because after I saw the first season, I was like, why did they cancel this? I haven't finished this show either. I've only gotten through the first season. Westworld.
Oh God. Oh yeah, I'm one of those people.
The concept they have for that show is incredible. Like,
that's I'm one of those people. I did not care for the Westworld show. I mean, it's well made, it's well acted, and all that kind of stuff. I just never got into it. I don't care about the story or the characters.
Fair enough, but my aunt did send me a Amazon gift card, so, and the only one I'm missing out of the collection is season 3.
Didn't it get canceled?
It did. It got canceled after season 4.
That sucks. I hate that for them.
Because I was like, well, what if there's more that I want to see out of it? Even if I haven't even watched the show, what if there's more that I want to see? Like, watch me get to season 4 and then be like, I want more. Like,
well, while you're looking at your shelf to think about another answer potentially, I will say this: a show that it's weird. It's one of my favorite shows ever, and I've always wanted a sequel, a movie, or another season, and then it's happening this summer, and I'm really excited that they're doing it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't think it's honestly ringing a bell.
I am very excited for this July, the return of Justified, starring Timothy Olyphant. I
freaking love that show.
I love Justified. Everyone knows Walton Goggins from like Django and this. He will always be Boyd to me.
I love that, man. And dude, just that one moment in season 3 is just one of the biggest, like, also kind of solidifies one of the biggest reasons why I love Justified. Just takes the bullet out of the chamber and then just puts it down on the guy. Next one's coming faster. And I was like, ooh, yeah.
I cannot wait for this new season.
I'm down for that.
I cannot wait.
I'm kind of thinking,
while you're thinking, I'll throw another one out there. I don't know if you've seen the one season mini. It's meant for one season, but the Watchmen show, that shit was so good, and I really wanted just more. But it was planned for one season, so they did their plan. But I want more.
I've seen the movie from Zack Snyder, but I've not watched the show yet.
I recommend that show. It is very.
I will watch it at some point. It's just, again, I have to. It's kind of the thing. This is kind of the thing with me for TV shows. I have to really like find the time to just be like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and binge the show.
Yeah, I bought
that for a while.
I bought the final season of Walking Dead the other day finally, and I was like, you know what? I haven't watched that show, rewatched the whole show in a while. So right now I'm currently rewatching the entire show.
It's kind of rough, honestly. It's kind of rough.
I mean,
it's a good show, but honestly, getting through season 6 and 7, it's like a chore for me.
All right, that's your opinion. That's fair, but
I have
fun with that show.
I do own season 11, but I need to get my priorities straight and get the rest of the seasons.
Yeah, I just needed 11 and I completed, so now I now own The Walking Dead. I'm fine with it. I love it. Or okay, I love a lot of it, but everyone has issues with seasons 8, and I agree.
I thought season 8 was actually a step up from season 6 and 7.
I'll say 7 is pretty bad, but I love that premiere. That premiere of season 7 is probably top 3 favorite episodes of the entire show.
The premiere was good, but after that premiere, it just completely fell flat on its face.
Yeah, because they kept doing bottle episodes, and it pisses me off every time.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, the one that really just comes to mind for me is Black Sails.
Well, that's all I needed for an answer. But if you have another one, you can say it before I ask you that question.
Again, I also have not finished this show yet because there's actually like quite a few seasons.
Okay.
But this would actually be kind of interesting to continue. Rescue Me with Dennis Leary.
I did not watch it, but I know what it is.
I've seen the first 5 seasons of Rescue Me, but then I kind of dropped off. Honestly,
Okay.
like I don't know why I did. Honestly, because that's a really good show, but I don't know. I've kind of been wanting to take a break from watching TV shows, honestly, because there's been so many that I've. Because even over the past few months, over a few months, like before 2022 ended, I was like binging TV shows. Like Breaking Bad, I watched Cobra Kai, was watching Better Call Saul, Rescue Me, Justified. Like there was a lot of shows I was watching.
I always try to keep up with the shows that I love, and then usually when people like pop up and like talk about like the most famous ones, like right now I haven't watched it yet because it just came on an hour ago. I'm gonna watch the series finale of Succession, which fuck yeah.
I have not watched Succession.
So good. It's so well written. It's one of the most best written shows in freaking history.
But there's but one show that's also on HBO is a show that a lot of people are telling me to watch, and I've only watched the first season of it. I honestly could not really get into it. The Wire.
Oh shit! Okay.
That first season, I could not get into it.
You know what? That's your opinion. I will say I watched it because everyone talked about it, and I was like, I gotta see what it is. Man, talk about a show that is.
It was way too slow for my liking.
Did you ever watch The Sopranos?
I've only watched a couple of random episodes of The Sopranos.
That show's great.
Because I had because I bought a VHS tape of it at one point, of The Sopranos. It was just completely random. I just found it there, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'll check it out." So I popped that in, and it was good out of what I've seen. But it was like, do I really want to dive deep into this show?
Yes,
it wasn't really one of those shows that I really wanted to dive deep into.
I bought the complete set a couple years ago. I have the whole series. I right when I saw it, I was like 9.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people love The Sopranos. I don't know. I'm not really one of those guys that's dying to watch The Sopranos, because after I watched the first season of The Wire, I was like, oh god, if I had to drag through that, I can't imagine what would happen with me for The Sopranos. So, even though hold up a second. Even though I really dug The Many Saints of Newark, but it's just but again, I just don't see myself getting on this huge rush to watch The Sopranos. So,
well, if you get a chance to watch it, and if you ever were down to watch it, I recommend it. But if you don't get to watch it, that's fine.
But yeah, you want to give me a few minutes quick?
A few minutes quick, yes.
Because my dad wants me to take my dog out.
Puppy's gotta go pee somehow.
Yeah, unless with my aunt and uncle's dog, when I was out for a bit, she literally pissed on the floor.
Hell yeah, good dog.
No, I'm meaning actually on the floor.
I know, right? Good dog. I love dogs. They have to pee somehow, Luke.
Yeah, but like on the floor in the house though.
I'm fucking
Hell
with
no.
you. I'm fucking with you.
I know, but that's what I was meaning though. But I'll be right back. Just entertain the audience, my friend.
Entertain the audience. Well, welcome everybody. My name's Jacob Hubbard. I am on Luke Ponto's channel. Ponto. What a name. Where does that come from? Is he Irish? Is that an Irish last name? I have no idea. So I actually see comments. So if anyone wants to comment, I can easily just answer it. I will be down for a Doom reboot. Hell yeah. Always Sunny is a must watch. I agree. Spoilers King. Spoiler Kings. Kings. Multiple you. Multiple Kings. I honestly think Tom Hardy's performance as Bane in The Dark Knight Rises is his best performance from The View with the Drew. Well, I agree it's one of his best. It's not my personal favorite of Tom Hardy, but I do agree he is good as Bane. I very much agree. I'm scrolling up. I already answered that. Elysium doesn't have a ridiculous cameo die ant ward, so it gets burned. You know what, Miss Becca? You're right. Keep District Watch Chappie burn Elysium. Nice. The machine looks mid. It's pretty mid. I will agree. It's pretty mid. If you like Bert Keichner or whatever, if you like him, then yeah. I love Bert. It was such a funny, silly, over the top spoiler kings. I agree. It was over the top. Only 3 shows I'd give 5 out of 5. Jacob would keep glitching out. I'm really sorry. If I'm glitching now, I'm sorry. Then this is awful. I'm the only person talking. Renfield looks mid, was what Becca said. And guess what? In my personal opinion, I do think it's mid. But Luke really likes it, which is fine. Bo likes movies. Definitely Becca's One Out of the Shadows. I'd give 5 out of 5. Hell yeah. 5 out of 5. We'd love to see it. Becca says It's Always Sunny is the best sitcom in history. Top 5. You know, I love it. You might be right. It's definitely underrated because no one ever talks about it as much as like Friends, Seinfeld, and all that stuff. So I'll say it's Always Sunny. And Rebecca also says I don't know comedies can have really good practical violence. Ready or Not. Great example. Hell, I love Ready or Not. And yes, I think any movie doesn't have to be comedies, can always have practical effects. It just costs more. Film which is 3. I'll answer that. Becca also said, yo, dude, heard you guys think She-Hulk is the best MCU project Phase 4. Very interesting opinion. Who said that? I didn't say that. I definitely did not say that. Have you seen my review? If you do, go watch Jacob Hubbard movie reviews on YouTube. She-Hulk was trash. In my opinion, She-Hulk is absolute trash. Like trash. Like, ugh. But yeah, we just hanging out. There's no new comments, so I've gone through every comment. Luke is currently standing outside helping his dog go pee, and I am running his channel. Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob Hubbard, and I am taking over Luke Ponto. This is my channel. This is my house. Speaking of my house, we got a comment. Mr. Filminator, did you watch the PS Showcase, Jacob? I did not watch it, but I did see the highlights. And man, oh man, what is PlayStation doing? Give us more, please. Naughty Dog, announce something, please. We love you. But Spider-Man, that's what I want to talk about, right? That's all we want to talk about. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Spider-Man definitely looks freaking great. There's nothing else to say. It looks great. I'm glad it's still being made. I swear to God, if it gets delayed again, I'm going to be upset. Oh. Speaking of my house, you know, currently I own 1,500 movies, and I'm running out of room, people. I'm running out of room. I don't have much room left. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cry. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some cases. I'm going to build them on a wall over there. You can't see over there, but I'm going to build them. Put my movies there. It'll be all right. Also, my mom just brought me food. Give me 1 second, people. Hold on. I don't want to leave the channel. Hold on 1 second. We got food, people. What is it? We're gonna find out. This is a film review. We're gonna review food. Oh boy. We got broccoli. Oh my god. A BLT sandwich? That looks good. Would y'all care if I took a bite? No? Okay. Who's ready for some ASMR? I'm gonna take one bite. I'm sorry, everybody. Has anyone ever seen Keith Lee on TikTok? I give this like a 7 out of 10. Good texture, good breading. How's everyone's day doing? Don't just sit here and watch me eat. This is weird. I bet Luke is like, "What you do?" I'll be like, "I ate food, and the people enjoyed it." Right, everybody? Whoever's here. One more bite.
Things can get weird, dude. I'm back.
I'm eating a sandwich.
What kind of sandwich?
Yeah. I'm going to go to Canada one day. Oh my god. I want to eat, but he's ruining it for me. Zach! You know what, Zach? You know what? Sorry, Luke.
Dude, Zach just cracks me up, bro.
I love that man. I love that man.
There.
I love that man.
Me too, man. All right.
God damn.
What?
Fucking what Zach said. Shove it down your throat.
He's not gonna Brendan Fraser in the whale himself, dude.
No, I think he's meaning in other ways. Zach, I'll show you tonight how I'll shove it down my throat.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
I know, but I make that. But I do that. I mean, look, I don't mean this in disrespect to the whale, but I actually have done that joke before. If I'm being honest with you, I have made that joke.
Oh shit. This podcast is just got NC-17. I'm clipping that. You know it, Zach. You clip it. You use it everywhere. Use it everywhere. I want everyone to know that you want to deep throat me. And with that being said, let's get on to the next question for Mr. Luke.
All right, bring it.
This one should be kind of fun, kind of easy. So I'm just gonna ask you, what is your favorite non-movie related channels to watch on YouTube?
I definitely watch a lot of reaction channels. But so I don't know if that really would count as non-movie related, but well, obviously I will watch music videos from time to time for my favorite rock bands.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Here, I'll let you think. I'll say some from me. I watch How Ridiculous. I think fun and Australian people, throwing stuff off buildings.
Definitely Fail Army.
There you go.
But in regards to reaction channels, I watch Nate P. Fleming. That guy is over 100,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. Yeah, really cool guy. Reacts to a lot of SML related stuff and also Darman. So Yeah, really cool guy.
So you really like besides movie stuff, you like seeing reaction of people, you like music videos, like you like a general
Yeah, well,
like what
it
general
kind of
kind of music videos do you like go to? Do you go to new music videos? Do you go to old music videos? What's
I more like go to older stuff, like in regards. Well, again, it depends on like my favorite bands. Like I watched a lot of Green Day's music videos because that's my favorite band of all time.
all
Like
right?
I love those guys. If I could see them in concert again, I would. Because
That was actually one of my next questions. I was gonna say, it's basically this: as a music lover, what concerts have you been to? Which one's your favorite? That was the question I written down. So go ahead and answer that one, I guess.
all right, I have been to a couple of Big Time Rush concerts,
That's pretty cool.
but obviously that was when I was way younger. Um, I have been to a Jason Aldean concert because my parents love country music, and I like Jason Aldean. Um, and also went to Florida Georgia Line. Um, yeah, those are good singers too. But the most recent one I remember going to was the Hella Mega tour, where was Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day that played at the concert. And if I had to say which one was my favorite, it would definitely be that one.
Were you really excited to see Green Day? I'm guessing.
Dude, absolutely, man. Like my parents, it was for Christmas back in 2019, but then COVID happened, and then they had to delay it for like another year. For Christmas back in 2019, they actually got me tickets for the Hella Mega tour, and that was, I think, it was obviously before I obviously got my microphone. That I thought that, well, no, that's this is a birthday gift. I meant to say, like, honestly, that was the best Christmas gift I ever got. It was tickets to go to the Hella Mega tour. Like, bro, I was like, no way, I actually get to see these guys in concert. So there's that for you. And Billy Joe Armstrong, the lead singer of Green Day, he is awesome on stage. So
That's great. I'll say, I'm not the biggest movie or music lover. I like a lot of music. My very first concert I ever been to was Kiss. It was the first one I ever been to.
Kiss?
Mm-hmm.
Knights in Satan's Service.
That was the first. That was the first. My favorite. It's only because I love the artist. I have seen him twice now. I'm actually gonna go see him a third time in August. As Post Malone.
Nice. That's cool.
Love him. I love Post Malone.
Yeah, and she actually get to meet someone that actually went on tour at one point.
Yeah. You ever heard of Mod's son?
Yep.
I shook his hand and got to say hi to him, and I told him he's a cool dude. I have a picture with him. He's a chill dude. I talked to him for like 4 minutes. He was a really chill dude. He talked to each one of the fans. We were standing out next to the game. He was on tour, or he was playing a concert, saw him in concert, and then front row with him like looking right at me. And then as soon as I came out there the gate, and like after hours and hours of waiting, he came up, shook my hand. I told him, I was like, dude, you're such a cool inspiration for like artists and just artistry in every industry. And he was like, dude, he's like, told me to keep going as a director. And I was like, I'll never forget that. So that was dope.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Like, yeah, because I remember when you said your review for Good Morning or in your worst movies of the year list that you got to meet Mod's son.
Yeah, the movie awful, but I can just tell he was trying to make a good movie. It's a bad movie. It's just my opinion, but I can tell like he was trying to make a stoner comedy. It just didn't really work. I saw Machine Gun
I mean,
Kelly
yeah, I
live.
can agree they did try, but it's a really terrible movie.
It's a horrible movie.
One of the worst comedies I've ever seen in my life, to be honest with you.
Definitely. Dang, I hate saying that because I like it so much, but it's the truth. Like, I hate that movie.
I do too. I mean, I kind of that's another thing where it's like if it's someone you love, like in regards to like a celebrity or a musical artist that you love, it's just sad. Like, but the truth is the truth, dude.
On that note, speaking of worst, I would like to ask you a question that involves it doesn't have to be the movie, it could be the experience. I know you told me plenty of stories, but I just want to know. I'm going to answer the question, you're just going to answer it. What is the worst movie you've ever seen in a movie theater? It could be due to an audience member, it could be due to the movie you're watching on screen. What is it?
Okay. So, in regards to the movie itself, easily Morbius.
Okay.
That's just in the movie itself because I saw that in theaters with my brother and there was like about 3 times during the movie where I actually tried falling asleep. It was that bad.
I'm gonna take a bite real quick, but you can say another audience member real quick. Yeah, you said movie, so what's an audience? What's the worst audience experience you ever had? You've told me a lot, but what's the worst?
I told you a few, but the worst one is for Firestarter. And that was the second film I saw in the theater, in my new theater when it opened. It was the weekend after Multiverse of Madness came out. They played Firestarter, so I wanted to go check it out, and I got there very early, so I honestly thought I would be the only person in there because when I got in there, there was nobody else in there. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I think I might actually have this for myself. But little did I know, there was these students that walked in, and they sat towards the back row, and they would not shut up. And there's also some kids that would not stay in their designated seat. They were running around and going in different seats. And I was like, are you kidding me? And then the guy in front of me towards the during the third act went on his phone and started texting. And I was like, bro, can you guys just stop? I'm trying to watch the movie. Like, look, the movie's bad, but I really wanted to enjoy it, man. I really did. But that honestly, honestly, that experience really ruined it for me.
I mean, I agree with you. It's a bad movie. That happened to me with Jeepers Creepers Reborn, which was a fan event. Paid fucking $18 for one ticket, and yeah, there was a couple next to me, and he was one of those people that like reacted to everything they saw on the screen. He's like, "Don't go in there." Her's like, "He's gonna," because she was like sitting on the wall, and his hand comes to the wall to grab her. He's like, his hand's gonna come to the wall. His hand's gonna come to that wall. He's gonna grab her. And the movie's so bad, I didn't want to say anything, but there was one part where like, a jump scare happened, and he said something out loud. It made me laugh. He's like, "Oh shit!" And I was, it just made me laugh. So in the end, deep down, yes, I'm annoyed, but I can say this: he added a little bit to the experience.
Yeah, but even if it's with a bad movie, I still want some peace and silence while watching the movie.
Oh yeah, every movie I see, if I could see it quiet, I want that. But again, in that instant, I was like, fuck it kind of deal. Like I was like, just go with it.
But honestly, whenever I have the theater to myself, that's when I'm like, okay, you know what? Even if I get to react, even if nobody else comes in throughout this entire movie, I can react to it as loud as I want, and I won't even care. Like, because that happened with the Woman King, which was a really good experience by myself. Um, Bros, I also had the theater to myself when I saw Bros. Um, I had most of the movie. I had the theater to myself for Megan for most of the movie. But then all of a sudden during the third act, I think it was during the hallway sequence, this family walks in. It sits in the second row, and I was like, "What? Like, explain to me. What are you doing here? The movie
That's
is
great.
almost over." And then with my second viewing of Evil Dead Rise, I had the entire theater to myself. And I was like, this is heaven.
So I'm gonna tell you a story because this was all questions to you, and I think so far I'm doing a great job asking you questions. I don't know, it's up to you, but I want to tell you one story.
Go ahead.
It involves Evil Dead Rise. Okay, so I love the movie. It's top 3, might be my favorite of the year. That and John Wick. I don't really know. I don't really look at that stuff until in the year. But let me tell you this: Evil Dead Rise was so good. I told my friends, I was like, listen, because everyone likes going to a scary movie. I was like, listen, I will go with you to see this movie. It's good enough to where it's got some scary parts. I think you guys are gonna like it. So it was me, my friend, a girl that he was taking with it, another girl that is a friend of mine, and another girl that was joining with us. I knew her semi-ish. And there was someone else. There was 6 or 7 of us. And it was an instant where my friend group, besides me, Luke, I promise it wasn't me. My friend group was the rowdy people. And I didn't know what to do in that moment because I'm the one sitting there like, oh, please, please, please. They're my friends. So I can't be like, guys, shut the fuck up. But then again, it's a scary movie. We went on a Friday night. The theater was packed. And everyone in the theater got scared. But everyone in that theater, our group, was the loudest. So in that moment, I didn't know what to do.
Why, dude?
I didn't know. I didn't know they were going to react that way. I know, right? So, in that moment, what are you doing? Are you looking over to your friend like, dude, shut up?
Be like, guys, can you... I would just be nice to them. I wouldn't just be all rude. I'd just be like, guys, can you guys just please not be so rowdy about it, please? Can we just watch the movie?
But the thing also that got me was, again, the theater was packed. Packed. There was 60 people in this theater. And every time there was a jump scare, people would make noises. So I was like, okay, we're going with the flow here. Everything's working. But my group was the loudest. When there was a jump scare, the girl that was with my friend who was on a date, she literally did this. Oh, Jesus! And it was oh, you're loud.
I can admit that I probably, if I was even the loudest one there when I saw Evil Dead Rise the first time, it's because I was genuinely scared.
So you would say it's okay for her to do that?
Only if you're actually that scared, not if you're just being that rowdy.
I will admit,
if you're being rowdy and just talking with your friends, just blabbing over throughout the entire movie, about that's not even with the film. You're just blabbing about other things. That's when it would get annoying.
Okay, well, the part in the movie where the brother, he climbs in that hole and he goes down into under the tunnel, whatever, and he finds the book. That girl in the group of mine was saying, loudly, no. She was doing that. So in the moment, it works, but you're you could not just say that.
Yeah, the theater to yourself, you could do that, but
Oh
still.
yeah.
Because, again, my second viewing of Evil Dead Rise, I had the entire theater to myself. So I could do that whenever I wanted and as loud as I wanted to. And I did not care.
All right, to ask another question. This one's very off topic. It does not have to be a recent movie, just all time, Luke.
All right.
What's one movie that makes you cry?
Warrior. Easily.
Every time?
Even the second time I watched it, I still bawl my eyes out. Like, it's like, that's definitely one of them. Another one, I mean, I also will have to go. I mean, this one I definitely have to go with the recent one. Also, definitely Guardians Volume 3.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be recent. I'm just saying, like, all time. And you said Warrior. That's a great answer.
Like, I know it didn't have to be, but it's like, man, dude, the emotions just hit so hard. Like, even when I think about it, it still makes me want to cry. Like, I think I actually found the like, besides Warrior, I think I found the number one answer.
What would that be?
The Whale.
Okay. My mom
definitely The Whale. Because, again, dude, like, that conversation he has with Mary, that ending when he has Ellie read the essay to him. Oh my God. Tears were like just coming down my eyes. Like, or even the scene when he's eating pizza, because like I cried because I felt so bad for him. Because it's like, what are you doing, man? Just stop. Go to the hospital, please. Like, and that's the one thing I would honestly say throughout the entire movie to Brendan Fraser. Like, if I was his brain, I would literally say, go to the hospital. Like, because you look at that guy and like how big he is, you're like, yeah, you need to get treatment. You have to go to the hospital.
All right. I'll say my answer, and then I have two more questions, and that's all my questions I have for now, but I'll answer that question. For me, it's got to be Marley and Me. That I cannot watch that ending. I cannot watch that ending.
Yes, for sure. But I mean, like, definitely I don't like it when dogs die, but it's just like it has to more be the subject matter that hits me harder. Like, and also the way that they portray it. Like I said, obviously with The Whale, the film's subject matter makes it very difficult to watch. And the way that they execute a lot of these moments makes it very sad. And even with Guardians Volume 3, you've been following these characters for like almost 10 years. And this is the send-off we're getting.
I say it definitely hit me. And yeah, that's can't lie about that one. Cannot lie about that one. That one got me.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And I also want to.
Go ahead.
I mean, it didn't necessarily make me cry, but I kind of got teary-eyed at the end of the movie. John Wick Chapter 4.
I didn't get teary-eyed, but I can see why. I can see, like, if you've seen the movie, I can see why you did.
It, like, honestly, bro. Oh, actually, switch. Creed 3. There was a moment that, like, where
the mother story.
Yeah, like when Tessa Thompson and Michael B. Jordan were having this conversation after Donnie's mother passed away. That just struck a chord with me because I was like, oh, I feel that. Like, I feel like I've been there. So yeah,
in 4K. Looks
I
freaking
did
great
buy
in
it.
4K.
I got the Walmart slipcover.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So yeah, it's a nice one. So what is your next question, my buddy?
All right, I have 2 more questions, and the last one is gonna be hard, but this one's gonna be a little more fun. What is one movie, any decade, it don't matter. What is one movie you wish you get to see on the big screen? What is one movie? You can only choose one.
Okay, I'll let
You
that in
can
my
only
brain.
choose one. Yep, I'll say it's gonna take me to think. But what is one movie you're like, I want to see that on the big screen? And while you're thinking, I'll go ahead and answer my own. I'll answer it. Well, I got to see Jurassic Park the original 6 times in theaters. I saw that shit as many times as possible. I love
Nice.
it. I've seen Forrest Gump in theaters. During COVID, I got to see Back to the Future in theaters. That was cool. So,
What?
yep, I got to see that shit in theaters. It was so cool. So, if I had to pick a movie, one movie to see in theaters, that is just it's so hard. I'm trying to think, and I know you're thinking too. But I did get another one. I got to see The Shining in theaters. That was amazing. I love that.
Here's Johnny.
I got to see that on the big screen. It was amazing. So I'm just gonna say this one because it's kind of out there, but why not? I would love to see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest on the big screen. I would love that.
That's a good one. I remember I did go to a drive-in during COVID over the summer. I did get to go see Ghostbusters,
That's cool.
and that and to clarify, the original Ghostbusters.
I figured.
And it looked great. Like it looked great on the big screen. I like it was at a drive-in, but it still looked great like on a big screen. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Like this is a very, very outside the box pick.
Okay.
Even despite how dated the effects might be, I still think it would look amazing on a big screen. I'm going with none other than the original classic Hellraiser. Like, again, despite how dated the effects might be, I still think, even just for that movie alone, it would look incredible on a theater screen. Like I have to go with Hellraiser.
I would pick the original Hellraiser over the remake reboot they just released on Hulu last year. But I will admit, I wish that reboot or remake, whatever, I wish I could see it on the big screen because that movie looked so good.
That I could just tie those two together and then just be like, yeah, I'll do a double feature and then just watch those two on the big screen. Like I'll just do that.
All right, and the final question, which I have not written down, this is just a bonus question kind of deal. I think it'd be kind of fun to ask you this. Only you though. Only you.
All right.
You can only pick one, and you can never ever see the other movies again. So you have 3 options. You're walking to your movie theater. We're in fairyland and it's not real. Just, again, you have 3 options to see a movie that you want to see. Which one are you choosing? And the other 2 you can never see in your entire life. Are you choosing Super Mario's 2, Trainspotting 3, or Terrifier 3?
Okay. Look, one part of this question is easy. Like I do not think they would make another Trainspotting movie. Like
I know, but in fairyland. Let's say they did.
I know. Okay. But that honestly, I think 2 would be good enough. So I take that one out.
All right. So which one are you seeing?
So either Super Mario Brothers 2 or Terrifier 3.
And the other one, and if you choose one, the other one, you're never seeing in your life.
I mean, it's not actually going to happen like that, but obviously this is
again, yeah, fairyland. This is imaginary. We're using our imagination. Which one are you choosing?
Okay. So, but I'll kind of explain myself a little bit with both of the other films quick before I really.
While you do that, I'm gonna take a bite of my food.
Okay. So if you guys know me, I love the Super Mario Brothers movie. It is my favorite film so far this year. As a big Mario fanatic, it gave me pretty much everything I wanted. It's filled with Easter eggs, a fun adventure, incredible animation, and great voice acting. So, and the Terrifier films, it took me 2 times to really get into the first Terrifier. And then once I saw Terrifier 2, I was like, oh my god, I love Art the Clown. Like, you know what? Because of my bias, I'm probably going to have to go with the Super Mario Brothers movie too.
I kind of figured that, but there was a chance you were going to go with your boy Art the Clown, but it's all right.
Again, my bias of Mario just gets the best of me. Like, and also obviously I love Art the Clown. Like, I've watched Terrifier 2 like 4 times now. Like, and I think I've seen them both about equally now, both 4 times.
It's hard to get through that first one, but the second one is enjoyable. It's so much better. It's so much better.
Yeah, but actually I know this was more going to be an episode where you ask me questions, but I actually got an interesting one for you that I was thinking of that I also posted out on Twitter. What's a film that you haven't rewatched, but it's one of those films that the more and more and more you thought about it and process the film, it goes up for you. Like, you like it more.
So it's a movie I don't rewatch, like I have not rewatched in a while, kind of deal.
Like, you've only seen this, like you've only watched this movie once. Like, you only watched it once, and you thought it was like okay, but you think about it more and more as time goes on. Like, the film just like plops back into your head, and then it's like, oh, I did not remember this film actually being that good. I know it's kind of a tough question, but I had to kind of think about that.
Okay, this is not my final answer. I'm just throwing it out there because a lot of people like recent movies. So I'm just going to say a recent movie. Beau is Afraid has been getting shit on. People hate that movie. But man, oh man, till this day, I cannot stop thinking about what I saw on that screen that night. So, and I admire so much. The movie's not amazing. When you do the movie, Luke, I cannot wait to see how much you hate it or how much you love it. Because either one, you can't just be like, it's okay. You either gotta love it or hate it.
I have a good feeling that I might love it because, I mean, I love the other 2 films from Ari Aster, both Hereditary and Midsommar, so I have a good feeling I might love Beau is Afraid.
I hope you do, because my boy Zach Goller out there fucking hates Midsommar, and I love that movie. And he didn't even see Beau is Afraid, and I wanted him to because I want to see what he thought. But I know he'll hate it. He would hate it.
I think he even told me that that when I had him on the show before, that he said as long as Ari Aster doesn't stroke his own ego again, he did the same. He kind of said the same thing about Damien Chazelle with Babylon, and I was like, bro, get out of here.
All right. I now have my answer. Okay, so let me rephrase the question. Not rephrase it. Let me repeat it, and so I'm gonna make sure it's a clear answer. You're asking me, what is a movie I saw one time, and then I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, and I just admire it more. So now, can I, even though I have seen this movie more than once, does that count or does it not count?
If you know what, if that's the way you want to put it, I will give it to you.
Okay. So the first time I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I liked it. And the more and more and more I thought about it, I just really liked that movie. And then I did not see it in theaters a second time. I went to 4K, bought it, and then rewatched it. And I was like, man, this movie's really good. So I'm gonna say that one.
That's a great movie.
It is, but it didn't become great until my second rewatch.
There you go. This one actually might come as this is definitely an oddball right here. I have not rewatched this movie yet. So
okay, so you're actually answering the question exactly how it's supposed to be.
Yes, I have not rewatched this movie. I watched this movie like in clips. Like I haven't rewatched the film like start to finish, but I've rewatched it in clips on YouTube. But it's one of those films that even when I see those clips, I honestly forget how good and how well they actually pulled this off. Again, this is going to be an oddball right here. But I'm going to go with Orphan First Kill. If I'm being honest. Like, the first time I saw it, it was just like, I thought it was fine. It wasn't anything special to me. I didn't feel like it really went anywhere until like the last 15 minutes. But now it's been one of those films that's like really growing on me. And I haven't rewatched it since. Like the movie from start to finish. I have not rewatched it.
So spoilers for anyone who's watching this video who has not seen Orphan First Kill. Spoilers, here we go. I'm going to spoil the movie. Luke, I agree with you. For that first half, I was like, man, this movie is so fine. As soon as that twist happens, that the stepmom is the whole bitch, she's the one.
She was the one that was responsible for the disappearance of the original Esther.
From that moment to the very end, I was like, this movie's awesome.
Yeah. And again, if you guys were watching this and you had not seen Orphan First Kill, I don't know what you're doing here now. Because
I do like the original more, though. I would say that.
I like honestly thinking about it, they're kind of neck and neck for me.
Okay.
Honestly thinking about it, like I would give them both like about a B plus, I would say on my grading scale. Because I really do think that the way that they leaned into the concept of a killer, like of a killer child, is genius in my mind. Like,
I remember when that first one came out and the twist. Like when I watched it when I was younger, that first one I was like, oh shoot, that's an older lady. Like that's not a kid. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, like and even seeing Isabel Furman play as the character again, like about 10 years later or so. She's in her mid-20s, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
makes me feel old.
But the way they were able to actually make her look like a kid again I was actually really impressed with what they did. Obviously, they had to use
I'll give it to them.
A little bit.
I'll give it to them.
They used younger girls as basically her body doubles.
Yep.
And I didn't even know that.
And actors wore tall shoes in the scenes with her.
Dude, I was really impressed with the way they pulled that off. Like, because seriously, like, when you really think about that, you get a prequel so many years later, you're bringing back the same actress, like, who's a full-grown woman. And, like, the way that you actually are able to pull that off, like, getting body doubles for that's impressive to me. So yeah,
it's a sequel that I definitely will buy one day. I keep seeing it at my Best Buy. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet, but one day I'll buy it.
I mainly got this because in case my service crashes because my Walmart doesn't have the Blu-ray. I have the DVD for now for Orphan First Kill. Yeah, I actually bought a DVD. Can you believe that? But look, I'm just doing that in case the service crashes anytime I do, because I'm planning on it to do a watch along for both Orphan and Orphan First Kill.
I say I that first one is like really good for what it is. It's really good. Like I like that first movie.
That first movie is really good. But I honestly might need to rewatch Orphan First Kill, like, because again, dude, like after that twist, it's like this movie just goes full force. It's like it won't stop. Especially when Esther kills her fake brother with a crossbow. Oh, honestly, no, me neither. Shit. And I was like, oh. And it's kind of funny how in the first one you want the family to succeed, but in this one you're rooting for Esther.
Mm-hmm. I like that too. I like how they flipped it.
Like that's when you actually are redeeming the characters and actually making it make sense. Like when you think of someone like Hocus Pocus 2, that it does not make sense. Because those were witches that ate kids. They killed children.
That second one is so forgettable.
Those characters. But if it's a prequel, easy to do that. Easy. Like with Orphan First Kill, you could easily pull that off. What's another one? Well, it's not technically a prequel; it's more like a reimagining of the character. But Cruella.
Cruella's awesome.
I don't understand the hate for Cruella. That movie's awesome.
Got a red Blu-ray or red 4K.
The Blu-ray did that too.
Oh, dope.
We're matching, bro.
Yep. This is a good movie. I like it.
Love that movie. I love it.
I cannot wait to see what they do with the second one, actually.
I think they're probably going to lean more into the villainous side of Cruella de Vil.
That's fine with me. As long as Emma Stone's back, that's all I care about.
They're obviously going to bring her back, because...
I hope they do. I know how Disney might be with all them checks. They may be like, hey, we'll give you 10 million instead of 15. Got my phone.
Fuck Disney. Honestly. Fuck them.
Well, I do hope I gave you some great questions, by the way. Even I hope this was a successful moviegoers for you, even though I'm your special guest. Hopefully.
It was, yeah, dude. I really appreciated those questions. Like, it was a really good spin on the show this time around. Like, and again, dude, I cannot thank you enough for that. Like, I really can't. I cannot thank you enough.
You're good. I saw people you interview, which I love how you interviewed like 10 people so far. I can't wait to see what you do next with it.
I definitely want to continue on. Like, I'm trying to get more guests lined up for that, and potential. It's not going to be a promise, but potentially at least try to get some actors on. Like, it's potential. Like, because trying to reach out to a couple actors, like for from certain movies that I want to talk about, like, you know, get to know their experiences, like working on the film, and obviously, and also kind of talk about like past projects that they worked on. What's another? And also, if it's based off anything, like if the film they worked on was based off anything, their familiarity with the source material. Like with Abby Ryder Fortson, who plays Margaret in Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. Like, I'm sure she has some familiarity with the source material, but I don't know. We'll see. Because again, I would like to do that, but it's just I have to get in contact with them, obviously.
Which is very hard to do.
Yes, but you know, as long as I keep doing this, honestly, I think I could be able to pull it off.
As long as you put your mind to it, you can do anything you want. Who knows? And give me 2 months, you'll be able to see. I'll let you especially see my movie somehow. The people, though, you won't. You gotta wait like a year, at least a year. Oh God.
That's crazy, dude. Like definitely like the two, like the top 2 are for actors I would love to get on the show to interview are obviously David Howard Thornton and Lauren Lavera. For sure, I definitely want to try to get in contact with them to kind of talk about Terrifier. So that because just imagine that, like imagine how fun that would be, just having a Terrifier-filled conversation.
I hope it can happen for you. I believe it can happen as long as you put your mind to it. Like I said, anything's possible. Anything is possible.
Yeah, that's all I got to do, man. I just got to put my mind to it. And again, like sometimes I get nervous, even if I'm gonna try to contact those types of people, because I don't know how they're gonna respond. So that's why I just try to think of what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna say it before I bring out the message. So, but we'll see where the future of this show goes.
Definitely keep doing it, though. Definitely keep doing it.
Look, man, it's not. I don't think it'll ever stop. But it's just again, I have to find time for the guests, obviously, because it's not going to be happening because I might be doing it every week, but it's just it depends. So, but that'll just about do it, my friends. On for 2.5 hours, just talking movies and all that good stuff. Thank you once again to my boy Jacob Hubbard for being here tonight, and for those really awesome questions, man.
Of course, anytime.
It's always great having you here, dude. Always great having you here. So, and again, this is not going to be the last time that you'll be on this channel, man. We've got more coming up. For sure.
I'm down. I'm down.
So, let everyone know where they can find you, my friend.
You can find me in Zach Millen's bedroom tonight. No, you can find me at Jacob Hubbard on YouTube. I do movie reviews. It's going to be a great summer. A lot of movies. Cannot wait to talk about a lot of them. Hopefully to do a lot of retro. You can find me on Twitter at Jacob_Hubby. I tweet things. And yeah, that's where you can find me. In my Instagram, you can find me there, but I'm not going to say my Instagram user because I want you to find me because I'm secretive.
There you go. There you go. So, yeah, go check out Jacob's channel. His link is in the description below. So, go check him out. Almost getting close to 1.5 thousand subscribers. Like,
I believe I'm at 5.
Wow.
I think the goal for the end of the year, it was long. Yeah, currently I feel like I'm bragging. I'm at 1,534.
Yeah, so I'm guessing your end of the year goal is 2,000.
I would say 2,000, but that's a long shot. Let's just say at least 1,700. At least if we get to 2,000, I'll kiss all of you.
That's again. We'll see. We will see.
We will see. And get Luke to 400. Damn, people, we need 2 of you.
Come on, 2 more. Almost
2
there.
people.
2 more. But yeah, guys. But of course, subscribe to my channel as well and tap on that notification bell to get notified of all my videos. And hit that thumbs up for Jacob and I as well. That would be much appreciated. But content you expect from me, of course, more episodes of this show coming up here fairly soon. On Wednesday, Zack Attacks Reviews will be on the show on Wednesday night, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And also on June 17th, another returning guest is going to be back on the show, none other than my boy Zach Goller.
Oh, shit.
Yep, he is coming back to the show. And on June 7th, you guys, June 7th, save the date. The time has finally come to do the watch along of none other than The Black Phone. It's finally time, ladies and gentlemen. Been holding off on it for a while. But you know what? It's almost been a year since the movie has been out. So you know what? It's time. I think it's time. So, bro, you have no idea how excited I am to do that one.
It's like your favorite movie of like last year, or like your top three. Sorry, Top Gun. I know Top Gun, but like,
It's definitely top 2 for sure. It was my second favorite of last year, and I think I already know one reason why I would be prepared. I have a shirt from the movie. If you saw my Guardians 3 first reaction short, I actually was wearing my Black Phone shirt.
I'm never gonna forget that movie. Not because it's a good movie. First off, that's first and foremost. But I'll never forget it because their social media team quoted my review, and I literally almost brought a tear to my eye that I got quoted. That was so dope.
And that's a good movie to get your tweet quoted for.
Yes, it is.
And I want to talk to any of you that hate the Black Phone. But again, it's obviously with all due respect. But yeah, because I mean, look, man, I think I got the movie on Blu-ray and I have a T-shirt for it. Does that tell you enough?
No, not really. You should buy the short book. You should buy the book and read it. How about that?
I actually have a book that is titled The Black Phone Story. So basically, a lot of stories by Joe Hill.
All right, there you go.
So, boom. So, oh yeah, here's a good one. I made you some breakfast.
I don't want your breakfast.
Wrong. That was wrong. So, what'd you put in that?
Everything.
Oh, eat it. Don't eat it. You're already down here. What do I need to drug you for? Easy, dude.
And with the note, we will end the live stream.
I had to do it, man. Like,
no, you did it well, and this is the creepy standoff. You know, now everyone can go into their night knowing Ethan Hawke is after them,
or known as the Grabber. Like, the Grabber is after them. Would you like to see a magic trick? Like, bro, Ethan Hawke is just amazing as the Grabber. Like, and funny thing is, he wasn't even the show stealer.
The sister was.
It was Madeline McGraw. She was the show stealer.
Mm-hmm.
Because she had like the best character arc of the movie, and you really got behind her. Like, you're like a lot of the stuff that she goes through at home, like you feel that it feels like you've been through it. So that tells you something. So yeah, okay. Anyways. But I'm gonna I got one last comment here from the Jay Shreyway. What is up, Jay? Says, just saw the Little Mermaid. Gotta say, Daveed Diggs carried it for me. Okay, cool. Daveed Diggs was great as Sebastian.
Yes, he was,
and very funny too. So I think that'll about do it for tonight, you guys. Thank you, as always, for watching. Subscribe to Jacob and I, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.